Oh, whew. Oh. You didn't think a global pandemic would stop me from making videos, right? What's happening?
What's up, you wonderful people? Rise and grind. It's a new day full of new... gotta get out of these things. It's a new day full of new possibilities and new opportunities. Welcome back to the channel. You didn't think a global pandemic would stop me from making videos, did you? So anyways, with that being said, we're gonna jump into today's video, and that is 3 tips from working from home coming up. Okay, so it's a wild time in the world right now. I hope you guys are staying safe, and hopefully this video gives you some tips on how to be productive in this tough time when you're staying at home, when you have nothing to do, you have nothing more to watch. Hopefully I can make you smile along the way, and if you do smile along the way, please remember to smash that subscribe button below, hit the like button, because in turn that's gonna make me smile. I know a ton of people have been asked to work from home. I've been working from home for about 3 years now, and during these years, friends and family have always asked me, like, how do you make the transition from working from a full-time corporate job, from a 9 to 5 at an office space, just smashing those emails out, really, to basically just going to working from home, and how to stay positive and motivated and just eliminate distractions, really. I mean, I think that's the key thing from anything along these lines. Okay, do you like the hat? Today's St. Patrick's Day, so what a better way to support the cause, really, than to rock the little shamrock from a mate of mine's business. So I've been working from home for about 3 years now, and during this time, when the transition between working in an office space to working from home, a few of my friends or family or old work colleagues or anything like that would reach out to me and be like, man, how did you transition to, you know, work from home from being in a full-time job? And I literally get the comment saying working from home is the greatest thing ever. Then a few days later, I get the phone call again, or the message slides into the DMs right there, or he or she would be like, listen, this is a little bit challenging. Like, how do you get it done? What did you do? Can you help me out in this tough time? Coming from a massive corporate company, the sudden switch of being in that corporate environment, that working 9 to 5, that getting in your car, going to work, spending time at the office, and coming back to actually not being there at all, from being at home all day, was a dream. The last thing you want to do, be it on a Monday morning, you've had a solid weekend with the family, seeing your friends, playing with your kids, whatever it may be, and now reality sets in after the Sunday night movie, and you go, tomorrow we've got to get back to work, right? How do you transition from there to going to that same mindset that you do on a Monday morning? You wake up, you make your coffee, you have your breakfast, you go to gym, you work out, but you stay in the same place. And I think that's where today's video comes in. So below, I'm going to go through 3 tips on how to work from home, guaranteed at the end of this video. I hope these tips actually help you. In the initial stages when I started working from home, it was a dream. I was productive, maintained my daily tasks as well, and I basically found it easy to just get through the process of those day-to-day chores and activities. When I started to find myself not being able to focus on the task at hand, and external distractions like, well, we are at home. When I found myself doing chores around the house to almost pass the time, be it whatever it may be, if there was things that had to be done around the house, I would literally go and do them. Not disregarding the work I had to do, but almost I felt like if I had done that and the work I had to do, I felt like my day was more fulfilled, right? Like I had more of a busy day, and that mindset had to be completely taken apart by doing what I'm going to tell you right now. So that's where this video comes in. I have a ton of experience in this space, and I do a ton of work focusing on productivity and discipline. I firmly believe in to-do lists. I've got a notebook, which I'll show you just now, going through a lot of things. I know a friend of mine, when you do watching it, he's got sticky notes like all over his wall. Like, I mean, that is what it needs to do. And when you see your task lined out in front of you, you understand what you need to do for that specific day. So we're going to go talk about 3 tips how to switch from being in the 9 to 5 office space to working from home. Okay, tip number 1, ultimately, this is the most important tip that I could honestly recommend, and that's creating a schedule. One of the greatest failures and mindsets that you have to come out of immediately is saying, well, I have all day to get this done. Well, you don't have all day, and if you're stuck in that mindset, that is never going to get done, and you're actually never going to get through the tasks that you actually set aside yourself. We all know, and we've heard this time and time again, that the most successful people in today's day and age wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning, they go to gym, they work out, and they have a set morning routine that they've been sticking to for years, and how that basically generates the mindset early on makes you so much more productive throughout the day. And with creating the schedule, you can ask yourself the questions. Are you going to work out in the morning? Are you going to work out at the end of the day? Are you going to use your lunch break as your workout? And how are you basically going to get through those certain tasks? When do you have to clock in? When are you going to take a lunch break? How long is that lunch break going to be? When do you have to clock out? These are all the questions that you have to answer when creating your schedule. When I say that this is the most important tip of these 3 tips, I'm simply meaning it allows you to prioritize your workflow. A schedule also helps you to decide what is work time and what is free time or me time or you time. Right? So when the time comes to say, hey, listen, this definitely applies to your spouses, because if you're going to be working from home, 90% of the time that your spouse or partner is going to be working from home too, or the fact that he or she may think that you're working from home so you have more time on your hands to get the chores done, and you might just get that phone call that'll be like, hey honey, listen, do you want to start dinner? Do you want to make lunch? Do you mind just doing a couple of loads of washing there, please, while you are? And you have to be firm and say, no, I love you very much, I really do, but unfortunately this is work time right now, and focusing on that time frame just helps you being a little bit more dedicated when it actually is time to focus on your work. Here's a little bonus tip with finishing off your morning routine, and how I couldn't stress this enough is finish your morning routine with getting dressed. Put some pants on, man. Nobody likes a little Skype session when you're sitting here and you've got your boxers on or your pajamas. Guaranteed, if you're sitting in your comfortable clothes and you've got your casual clothes on from the weekend and you go, hey, listen, I don't feel really productive because I'm not really wearing the clothes that I would do normally. And if you don't get dressed, it just puts you in that positive mindset where you can actually just go through the day because you've gone through the routine that you've been accustomed to so much in the past. So here's my typical workday schedule. Just pause the video quickly. Okay, we're back. So that is my typical workday schedule. Take it if you wish, have a look at it. That's what I do on a daily basis and how I manage my time effectively. So moving on to tip number 2, make a to-do list. Here is my little book. So I have, and you can see everything in there. That is my to-do list. This book goes everywhere with me. Thank heavens for this book, because guaranteed what I do on a daily basis is I have all these things going on at once. If I don't have this down right, I'm gonna be forgetting something. So I live almost everything with a checklist. It's a checklist for groceries, checklist for packing, checklist for traveling, checklist for gym, checklist for travel, checklist for... I have a checklist for checklists, really. Like, I have a little thing where I would write it down and I would go make a checklist for tomorrow, and I would literally have to cross it off. The thing about a checklist is if I go through all these pages, and you can see stuff like that, so they are crossed off, okay? And having a checklist, what I can firmly recommend is it gives you a sense of accountability. So you literally have to do these things that you write down. If you don't prefer to write things down, use your phone. I use an app called Evernote, or your reminders in your phone, where you can use Siri just to, tell him to say what you need to say. And it gives you a sense of accomplishment when you look back at the day and you be like, I don't even know if I had a busy day or not. And you open it up and you're like, geez, like I've done all of these things, and you just see these lines crossed off, crossed off, crossed off, crossed off. And again, it gives you a sense of accomplishment throughout that day, especially working from home, because you don't have that sense authority. You don't have that sense to be like, hey, I've done X, Y, Z. You don't tell people what you do. You're telling yourself what to do by the form of a checklist. So we have these gloves around the house. I thought about going to the gym still, because I haven't really been training, which sucks, because I'm normally at the gym at 5 o'clock in the morning, and now I can't. So I thought about training with these guys and just trying to be somewhat sanitized or just safe, or eliminate germs in this COVID-19 just cracking on with everything. Tip number 3, and I think this is, I will say this is important one, but this goes without question that this is probably, and the reason why I left it for last is this is probably the most hardest one to deal with, really, especially from working at home, and that is to remove distractions. What I mean by removing distractions is no TV, no Instagram, no Twitter, no TikTok. No TikToking. Is it TikToking? Is it TikToking? We are TikToking, right? I don't know if it's TikToking or I'm making TikTok or I'm just, my wife sits here and she just scrolls through TikTok like no man's business. She's just raking up those videos at least. But in anyways, what I'm trying to get at is your productivity is all about focus. And if you have these certain media streams or anything along those lines, pulling your focus away from where it should be, obviously you're not going to be focused on the task at hand, ideally, and you're not going to be really working from home if you feel that you're going to be trying to do your emails and answer your emails and make your coffee and do what those presentations that you need to do, but yet in the background you have YouTube playing or you have some music or some backing tracks and you go, hey, this is actually this is what happens to me. So if I look at this, I'm going to take a video and just jump over to the phone right now. If I take a video so we can have a look. Okay, just excuse the mess, but this is my current setup, what we're looking at now. There's my work laptop, there's our internal IM chat, this is my notes from this video, here's my little laptop going on here, my new light, and then yeah. So basically what I actually normally do is, let's get this camera going back up. What I normally do is my emails are set up here, I've got my internal IM chat there with regards to my customer service team or however it is. And then on this side here, I normally have YouTube playing, and it's normally like background music or anything along those lines. Sometimes my wife would come home and she would be like, oh, you're being very productive. I can see your attention span is focused on work right now, but yet I'm sitting there like this and I'm watching a bit of YouTube videos or anything along those lines. Sorry about the squeaky chair. It's all over the place. It's a problem with being at home. I want to leave this house. I'm being so bad. But I'm like all quarantined up here. And people will say, like, if you're doing two things at once, right? You've got a screen here and a monitor here, and I'm also one that needs, I'm looking at 4 monitors and a camera with lights. I mean, come on. You're telling me that's not ADD at all. But in the hindsight of things, I think that I feel sometimes that I need 2 screens to work with on my laptop, but yet you are diverting your attention 2 separate ways. And with that being said, you're not focusing really on one task at hand. The brain cannot focus purely on 2 tasks at once without diverging some sort of attention to either one of those tasks. If you're going to be switching from task A to task B, the time in between focusing from A and B, you might as well just be focusing on A, get the task done, and then focus on B and get that task done. You'll be doing it a little bit more efficiently in a more productive manner, and ideally it's going to come out better at the end of the day for whatever it is that you were doing. Do play music in the background just to help me focus as well. Could be ominous tones, and there's a free, if you head down to the description, I'm an Epidemic Sound member. If you head down to the description, smash that link next to Epidemic Sound, that is a 1-month free trial as well. So go and check it out. And what you can do is you filter on a genre that you like or something that you're into, and you can filter on instrumental, and that's music with no lyrics, and you just hit play and you go, and there we go. You've got your own little soundtrack, like your own personalized soundtrack, just to help you focus a little bit. Guys, that's it from me for today. I hope these tasks really help. I haven't been a bit quiet. I've been here in this space. I love working from home. This is my creative space, and I'm able to do certain things at the same time. I don't know how, maybe I just found a recipe for success, but I hope these 3 tips actually help you. Let me know in the comments if you have any other advice. I'd love to hear from you and connect with you. But in short, stay safe. I know it's tough out there with this pandemic going around. Guys are shopping. If you are at home, just be safe. Props on working from home and trying to rectify the situation as best as you can. If you do see other people that are struggling and that can lend a helping hand, just do it. Just be better humans. And just stay safe out there. We'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Hit that like button if you like this video. Subscribe if you aren't already. And yesterday, quick note, today's Wednesday. Yesterday I put up a note saying, ask me any questions. I'm going to be doing a Q&A vid. So you'll see that on Friday. So that being said, I'm gonna edit this, upload this today, same day upload. What? Jeez, when last did we have a same day upload? Okay, so if you want to be a part of that Q&A vid, I'm actually filming that between today and tomorrow for upload on Friday. If you want to be a part, I will dive into the comments. So ask me a little question below and I will see if I can jump into that and add you to the video. Ring the bell down below so you get notified when I do upload that Q&A vid. So then you can see me answering your questions. Hopefully there are more than just camera related questions, actually about life and what's actually going on. I'd love to hear from you. Peace. I'm gonna put my gloves back on and I gotta go clean the house. These things happen. Cheers. And I hope this, I'm reading here. Stop reading your notes, bro. Come on. Be fine. Why is the background? Did my light go off? Positive mindset going through. I'm just waffling. Yeah, this is bullshit. Anyways.